Hello, welcome to Tea with Jay, where I am your host, Jerica Wortham, and I am joined here today with recording artist, Ms. ZZAJ.
Hey,
how goes it?
It goes well.
Listen, I'm so excited to have you here. Number one, we just have so much to talk about. Are you ready?
I am.
We're going to go on this journey together. We have our tea. Shout out to My Tea Lounge for sponsoring today's tea, which is the mango peach tea. It's a black tea. So support My Tea Lounge with my girl T Rush. ZZAJ.
Yes.
You are doing a thing.
Oh, thank you.
Can we talk about The Real Me?
Yes, ma'am.
This album, my God. So ZZAJ just released an album. It's entitled The Real Me. This was released on
January 7th.
January 7th. Was there a reason for that day?
No, I just chose January 7th.
You just went with it. Mm-hmm. So she released an album January 7th. It's entitled The Real Me. This album, top to bottom, full flow. Like it goes on a full ride. Like you can literally press play and just keep going.
I appreciate that.
So dope. Like Webster and I, we would ride down the street. We do all the things, just listening to this. And all the songs, repeat. It had us in a full chokehold. It still has us in a full chokehold. When we talk about, so I need to know a couple of the things about some of these songs. So first we start off with Wind Blows. Tell me about this.
Wind Blows, I wrote that because I am, I guess, recovering from anxiety or learning how to deal with anxiety. And I've met some wonderful people since I've moved here in Tulsa. And one of those individuals witnessed what it is like for me to be overcome by an anxiety attack. And this individual used to tell me a story to help distract my thoughts when I was going through a crisis, an anxiety, attack. And I wrote a song about it. There were times where I would go into a crisis and he, the male individual, would interrupt my thoughts and my processing with, have you heard the story about the Pharaoh and the king? And then I would just start listening to him and tune into his voice instead of, that voice of anxiety until I came off of it. And every time that this person was around, if I fell into a crisis or started to go into a crisis, he would tell me that story.
Yeah.
So, I wrote a song about it. And then eventually I was able to do to my mind what his storytelling did for my mind. I was able to catch the pattern of relief that it gave me and then do that for myself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. So the next song, you went into Pretty Mini, which is it was such a sweet song. I was like, is she talking to like her little version of her? Or is she talking about another child? Like, what is?
Both. That's both. Pretty Mini, I say that Pretty Mini is my soul. That is my soul. I am definitely speaking to the little me that I locked away at a very early age in life. Oh, God. It makes me nervous talking about it.
No, it's okay.
Yes. Pretty Mini. That song, I gave birth to that song, again, struggling to come out of anxiety and depression. When I met my oldest daughter's sister, my oldest daughter's father's sister, her name is Shamika, I struggled with self-esteem and self-image issues for most of my life. And when I first met her, she said, "Hey, Pretty Mini." Aww. And it made me feel so good, like me.
Cute girl.
Yeah, and every time she said that, it just made me feel really good. She's a very strong woman. She has a very strong aura. She feels like a woman that has her shit together. You know, she feels like so many things that I wanted and want to be, you know. So for her to show me that love like that, she has no idea what that was doing to me. So during some of the hardest times of my life, you know, so far, like he used to tell me that story, you know, and then I used that tactic. I used her voice. Hey, pretty Minnie. You know, I started allowing myself to hear that and recall that feeling while I was trying to pull myself out of, you know, the emotional dark pit that not having my youngest daughter in my life put me in, you know. So that's where that song came from.
Oh, girl, you're not gonna worry me on today. So we've heard Scotch Tape. That's literally in rotation now. 105.3 K Jams. Jasminoid is a vibe. Don't Give Up.
Oh, I like that song.
Tell me about Don't Give Up.
Don't give
Because
up.
that's like, remember we said.
Yes.
To the lyrics. I'm
let
getting
this
it.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah. You my Romeo, I'm your Juliet. I honestly thought about my parents. My mom has really sacrificed herself to be able to be there for her family that she started at a very early age. And she's been through a lot on her journey. And I think about how, you know, we give up really easy, you know, in relationships. And in my opinion, love is highly valuable, and it's something that we shouldn't give up so easily on. We should strive to understand that, you know, what it really is and what it truly is. And it's not a fairy tale. You know, it's a commitment. And my mother, again, I was just thinking about how she fought to hold on to her family and the things that she has endured. It makes me nervous to talk about it, and sometimes I lose my thought. Yeah.
It's real.
It is.
And that's what it is. And so, but what it sounds, and that's what I think attracted us so much to this album is that when you entitled it The Real Me, it really sounded like we were learning about you. Like we were learning, like some of these songs go from like affirmations to, oh, hell no, the hell you didn't. Like, I'm tired of my bullshit.
Yeah, no, for
Tell me
real.
about this.
Yes, that's probably
Was that one
my...
like a fresh, I just broke up and I'm gonna write this right now?
Listen.
Or was this like...
I was like, it was trying to happen. Like the breakup was trying to happen, you know?
It was working your way...
It was like, it was actually happening. It was happening. And I was like trying to figure out, okay, you know, okay, what did I do? You know, we have that question, what did I do, or where did I go wrong, or how did we get right here? And I said, he's tired of my bullshit. Not just. Yeah, I was like, oh, this nigga's tired of me. He's tired, that's what it is. And then, you know, so then I mentioned that to him. I said, you're tired of me. I said, I'm getting on your nerves and you don't know how to tell me that I'm on your nerves. I'm like, you gotta tell me, you know what I mean? And when I figured it all out, I was like, it felt good to figure it out, you know, and then I wrote the song about it, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, because again, don't give up, you know what I mean? Like when you commit, you know what I mean? And you have to, it is not going to be easy. It's going to be a journey. It's unpredictable. You're going to go through things, you know, but we give up too easy, you know, to me.
So is ZZAJ a hopeless romantic?
Oh, probably, and that's probably why I've been through a lot of bullshit. But it's for me. I know. Again, here we go into the Pinocchio, having the vision and knowing what.
I was going to ask you about this Pinocchio again.
I know what I know what I want. Ultimately, I know what I want, and I'm gonna continue to refine myself as much as I have to. From the inside out until I reach that point. If not with somebody else, within myself. Yeah. So yeah, tired endo. It's about death and life. Some things die and you have to, okay, you tired of my bullshit? We could die right here today and we could begin again. You know what I mean? Time to begin. Yep, again. Like, okay, I done maxed this version of us out. I done tore us up we done drove us off the cliff. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's let that die and let's reset. Because we can do that.
So it sounds like you're processing, you're going through your transitions. I don't know, are you comfortable giving your age?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
November 14th, 1983.
Good. You a Scorpio.
Little singer.
So it sounds like you've gone through lots of transitions. Are you Tulsa? I know you're Tulsa based now because we're doing the work of highlighting Tulsa artists, BIPOC artists specifically in the Tulsa area, really shining a light on the people that are in this space doing the work. And we see you're in this space doing the work. I've been really admiring your grind here lately, and your passion for community.
Yeah.
You're so quick to say yes to something if it is benefiting community, if it is scholarships or you're in that space, and so that's to be admired, and so I want to give you your flowers on that as well.
Thank you.
But you mentioned you're not from Tulsa originally. You're originally from
Sacramento, California. Yep, yes.
So what got you here and what kept you here?
Ooh, all right, here we go with the business. Okay, someone that I knew in California was a paraeducator at a high school for 10 years, I think. And the Spartan School of Aeronautics, they were out there recruiting the students. And this individual was like, I want to go. I think I want to go. They came to recruit the students, but I want to go. And would you be down to move? And we were both, struggling, raising kids, trying to take care of a household. And by the end of the conversation, we agreed that worst come to worst, we'll both be able to get ahead further, than what we were, there, even if we, parted ways. So that's what we ended up doing. I have always depended on government assistance. You know what I mean? I was 19 when I had my first baby. I don't have a formal education, so it can be tough, having babies and having to provide and doing it alone. And so it's cheaper here. It's cheaper here. I plan on buying land here sometime real soon. Y'all better buy this land. But
they ain't making no more land.
Man.
No more land should be made.
And that's why I was here, because I wanted more for myself and the quickest way possible, to be honest.
Yeah. So that's beautiful. And so that brought you here, and what's keeping you here?
What's keeping me here? I have been disconnected from myself inwardly for most of my life. And since I've been here, I have just had this invitation from myself unto myself. And the growth, don't start crying. The growth is what's keeping me here right now.
Come on. Because we're growing. Like growing. And
Yes.
Because do you ever feel like at this age, I would have had all of my life figured out by now?
Man.
And I would have all of my shit together?
Man.
And it's like, the more I learn, the less I know.
No, for real. Like, I'm like, okay, is it because I look young, because I'm underdeveloped, because I am. Because I'm like, damn, Jazz, I am. I can see very clearly the parts of me that are underdeveloped and have led me to go through a lot of hardship that if I had the proper guidance, you know what I mean, I wouldn't have gone through those things, and being around, to be honest, women like of your stature. You know what I mean? You are another woman that I've met since I've been here that you have so many attributes that I want, or that I've wanted, you know what I mean? And just being able to learn, you know, and grow just from being around you and watching you, how you carry yourself. The growth is what's keeping me here.
The little tears right here. Mm-hmm. I receive that. I'm still working to get my shit together every day.
Man.
So I'm just going to let you know that one now. But I appreciate that affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that life into me, random, what is your birth order?
Birth order.
Meaning, are you the oldest? Are you the only child, the middle child?
Ooh, I have an older brother. I have 2 younger sisters. So I'm about in the middle.
Okay.
You know, about in the middle child. I have my mother and father have 3 children, and then my father has another child, you know, but that is not, we don't do the whole, that's my sister. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sisters. So I'm about in the middle.
Got you. Yeah. Got you. So we're in Tulsa. We are doing the work. We have the new album. We're starting off 2023 with a bang. Mm-hmm. Let these people know, where can they find you? How can they stay in touch with you?
I just have my Instagram right now. ZZAJ Ill Village, ZZAJ ILLVILLAGE. If I misspelled it, y'all. ZZAJ Ill Village. Yeah. Yep. And Jazz, a lot of people ask me about my name. What's your name? And I say, ZZAJ. And then they say, oh, what does it mean? And I be like, you ready? You ready? It's jazz backwards. And again, the album, a mirror reflection of myself, right? I've at this time in my life, I have responded to an invitation within myself to face myself in every area, you know? And right now, I'm dealing with my weaknesses. You know, I'm walking in my weaknesses right now. Baby. You know what I mean? I've had to be strong. I've had to survive. I've had to raise children. I've had to make sure shit was taken care of, period, without no other option. I do that very well, but I haven't had time to look in the mirror and deal with myself. And that's what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm.
That's a word. And I think that's what's going to resonate is people allowing themselves that time to pause and reflect and figure out where they're going to go from there.
Yeah.
One moment at a time.
One moment at a time.
You have been absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
It was such a pleasure to speak to you today. I look forward to sharing more of your work. I look forward to hearing your album release. We're going to do some things together.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, next, we are going to play a game with my girl ZZAJ called Moods. But we're going to ask her what mood she was in. She's only allowed to use one word.
Uh-oh.
One word.
Okay.
One word, shouty.
One word.
All right, here we go. You ready? Mm-hmm. This track is entitled Carry Me.
You want the word? Rescue.
Rescue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got you.
Rescue.
Okay. Next one. One of my fave. Jasminoid.
Invitation.
We gotta let this ride for a second. Gotta get to my part.
Knock on my door.
Yeah, invitation.
Waiting for you.
Yes.
Oh yes, it is. Knock on my door. Come knock on my door. Come knock on. Ooh, come knock on my door. Come knock on.
Okay, I gotta let it go. Oh, I got one for you. Now and later. What's the word?
One word.
Nasty.
Yeah. I was gonna say sex. Sex.
Six.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. I was like, I can't even see her being that mad. You always seem so mild tempered.
Oh man, one word again.
Yeah.
Again.
If you know how to do this.
Where we at?
We at the end of the end.
Time to do what? Time to
Begin again.
You said not in the song, but that's the one only word I
But
can
it's not in the title, so you're okay.
Okay.
It's not in the title. Last one. This song is entitled Pretty Mini.
It's two words, but it's one action. Get up. Yeah, time to get up. Yeah.
There's gray and empty clouds. Trying to make me drown.
Waiting for myself.
And do what?
Circle back around. Ooh,
What's the word?
yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Like you just vibe.
Pretty many, I see ya.
I see. Okay, we're done because we will be here all night.
You will believe.
Thank you
You're
again.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
You are beautiful.
You are, and I love you.
I love you right back.
Too, and I admire you.
I admire you.
And you're so much of what I want to be. And thank you for embracing me. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you. Thank you very much. You stand in the gap. You have no idea of the place that you stand. Like I said, I came up with a lot of missing guidance. My mother's beautiful, beautiful woman, and my father's a beautiful man. It's just the truth of my existence.
Yeah.
And you helped me in that area, whether you know it or not. Thank you. Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you. Here, hug me. Hug me. Embrace me. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here.